Hi, it's a great pleasure to be here at the Digital Public Infrastructural Conference organized by the High Commission of India from Colombo, where we are looking at what Sri Lanka can develop into the next 5-6 years. It's an amazing session where we get to benchmark what happens in India and in many countries to look forward to what Sri Lanka has. And I think this is a conference which actually has given a lot of insights with awesome, impactful keynote speakers, including the panel discussions which I've held here, where all of us can learn what we can do as individuals to make Sri Lanka digitally enabled and to be sustainable in the next 5-6 years. Thank you.
So I believe the Sri Lankan government should look at these 5 main pain points of the nation in collaboration with the private sector and also the public, addressing the 5 pain points. One is food security. Second is the healthcare and aging population. Third is about the climate challenge, waste management. Fourth, on education, to bridge the digital divide from education perspective. Fifth is very important from a digital divide between MNCs and SMEs. We have a large SME of companies in Sri Lanka. They need to be digitized so that they can actually leverage off the digital infrastructure that the government needs to implement. So I look forward to seeing how Sri Lanka embraces digital in the same token with artificial intelligence. So I only have one advice to the people, to the private sector and the government, is embrace digital AI with the mindset of to win, not to lose. Therefore, we will move forward. All the best. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Gayatri Senamiratna, representing Row Global and the Digital Marketing Association of Sri Lanka. And I'm here at a forum organized by the High Commission of India in Sri Lanka on a very timely topic on digital public infrastructure. DPI, as we know it, is crucial in driving the digital economy of a country. And it is a very timely topic as all stakeholders get together and discuss ideas and initiatives post-crisis to drive these plans forward. Something I really liked seeing in this forum today was that all stakeholders, both local and international, government and private sectors, small enterprises, startups and medium to large scale corporates being represented. This brings everybody together in one discussion which allows for new ideas, new partnerships and new initiatives. Again, which is crucial in optimizing our resources in terms of education and skills and implementation and execution of initiatives in driving the digital economy forward. So thank you to the High Commission of India in Sri Lanka for having us here, and very excited to see what Sri Lanka can achieve in the following years.
I'm Dr. Arasu, coming from Malaysia, and I'm from the medical background. From the medical background, I look at things a little bit different for technology. What I see, having been to Sri Lanka a couple of times now, I see that this event is very timely. We need to build on a very strong infrastructure for digital for the future of Sri Lanka. And I think it's very important for the nation of Sri Lanka. Thank you.
So I'm at the forum talking about digital public infrastructure organized by the High Commission of India here today, and lots of different insights were shared, most importantly in the practical aspect of getting digital infrastructure used daily in the grassroots level across Sri Lanka. So we know that in order for a country to progress, that the digital space and most importantly the infrastructure in that space is the foundation for that to happen. So today we had lots of different experts talking about insights from India and how it can be applicable to Sri Lanka. And we're really thankful for the High Commission of India for organizing such an initiative. Hopefully, Sri Lanka can piggyback on some of the knowledge that India has with their expertise and experience. And this will be a springboard to take Sri Lanka digitally forward. Thank you so much for the High Commission of India for organizing this initiative and having me here today.
The conference on digital public infrastructure is very timely and it's very interesting and appropriate, especially I'm coming from the telecommunications background. We are like the pioneers in enabling the digitalization in Sri Lanka. So this conference that brings eminent personalities onto one stage has brought about so much light into what we really need to do as a society and as a country, and how it improves the country's GDP growth with the whole inclusiveness of digitalization. So I'm very glad to be a part of this.
Enable, empower and enrich, the Digital Public Infrastructure Forum. I think a very timely forum that we are having today at Taj Samudra. Thank you very much, High Commission of India, for organizing this, and the Government of India for championing such an initiative in this region, because representing the SME sector as an entrepreneur in Sri Lanka, this is something essential for our businesses to grow. It's a timely activity for us to create that impact in the global markets. So, as well as in the region, to have the presence in the global markets, this kind of an opportunity, this kind of an initiative, this kind of a forum indeed helps all businesses to take the next step forward. So I look forward for these opportunities and more doors to be open for all Sri Lankan entrepreneurs as well as for Sri Lankan businesses. So a huge thank you to the Government of India for championing this kind of an initiative in the region, as well as High Commission of India for this initiative. Thank you very much.
It's an excellent initiative by the Government of India. This is something that is timely and that needs to be done. And I think that we have, as Sri Lankans, need to prioritize and look at areas where we can immediately start to bring credibility also to the whole system. I think the process re-engineering part of using digital is important. E-procurement, I think the Government of India in 2006, if I'm not mistaken, had implemented e-procurement. And I think that base first needs to be done in Sri Lanka to bring credibility to the system. So for the malpractice and the re-engineering of processes, we need to have e-procurement as a base, then use digital public infrastructure for the re-engineering process. And thereafter, I think we should implement the other actions. I think it's an amazing initiative. I think it's timely and action needs to be done. And after the talking, I think we are all as citizens looking for the action.